Hello, everybody. Welcome to Adventure. We're about to continue Adventure. But before we do get started, please tune in to Playlist. This is Playlist so far for now. As it is, you can hit play all to play from the beginning and in order sequence, or you can click videos that already have been watched. Thank you for your participation in Playlist. Add it and watch it at any time. Now, as it is and was, we are going up route. We decide that we're going to check out everything up route. And, well, I have my coffee. That's what I need to get going. What's that, a red box you have? Ah, so you're working on your Pokédexs. This old man. The old man wants to show us how to catch Pokemon again. But I made it too strong, it gave me a headache. Incidentally, are you filling your Pokédex? But first, focus on weakening the Pokemon before trying to catch it. He explains. Okay. Here are our characters so far. We have Splenda, Spot, and Spleefa. Plus myself. As it ends up being, we end up checking the town map. And we see that this area name is Route 2. So we're going to go check out Route 2 and see what Pokemon lie there. Trainer tips. Catch Pokemon and expand your collection. The more you have, the easier it is to battle. Alright, so we are going to head up there, but Before we do head to this gym. What? Great. Viridian's Gym City's gyms doors are locked. As it says, Viridian Gym's doors are locked. It kicked me over. We will talk to that man when we come back up another time. Route 2. Viridian City, Pewter City. We're like, yes, we found the right area and we're going the right way. And of course, as it is, I start saying, while we're coming uphill, there are Pokemon in the horizon. Where it's leveled at. Look at them. And of course, because it's a big, we do see Weedle. And we see a couple other Pokemon. Which information is not known yet. Unless you are already a Pokemon trainer fan. As it turns out to be, I get the first exploration. But I get to explore route first. Rattata comes out of nowhere. It's a baby. This is perfect. Go Prima. Leer. Dead damage. He gets upset and tackles her. But she gets up close and scratches him twice after the lair. Now, there are other characters if you aren't aware and you are watching this as a new episode. One of the characters is anxious to want to battle. But we tell her, give us some time. Send out Blast to protect Prima this time. Growl. There is the Ember. Now, as it is, Tiff is her name. She's devastated that Prima went down. She wanted to see more of Prima. Now, we are seeing which bird Pokemon is stronger out of Pidgey and Spearow. And of course, Splain, she says, I'd like to see this. There is the gust. Tackle. Major damage. Gust. Wings grows level secretly. We begin to wonder and want to figure out what is going on with our Rattatas. Already, we hope that the professor will treat them right. There is Rattata. It's a clan leader female. And I do need and want one from this route. We're doing research. I think about it, and I say go Pokeball. Now this may have a drastic effect on the Pokemon in the wild as their story continues in Route 2. Mangs is her name. She is naughty. She has the ability Guts. Ups attack if suffering. Our Pokédex goes off and explains Guts when she reacts after getting hit by Wings' tackle. And it makes me want to catch her even more. I tell them one more Pokemon. It is a Rattata female, the next higher up. And she isn't happy that her female best friend or friend is captured. Peck. Peck. pack. A critical hit on the peck. She sends out Yings. Yings already avoids. Yings avoids. Now, during that moment, a few trainers, they walk past us, and they're heading into the next location. It's a Weedle. Spearow, she gets excited to see Weedle. She says, cool. As it is, we all have Pokédexs, so we can know the information and names of the Pokemon. But we don't know their complete information until we catch them for the region. Every region has different documentation. Now, as it ends up being, Spleefa says, didn't that one guy tell us about the two caterpillar Pokemon? And we say, yeah, but there's something about one of them. And right now we don't know that info, as Weedle keeps using String Shot. She decides to catch him. Often found in forest, eating leaves. It has a sharp stinger on its head that injects poison. She ends up naming him String. He is brave due to her naughtiness. Shield Dust prevents added effects. Poison Sting. The foe was stabbed with a toxic barb, etc. It may poison the foe. So we end up saying and seeing that poison occurs with Weedle. And that it knows Poison Sting. But String wasn't attacking. She can get max friendship with String because String didn't attack. And she didn't attack String. String Shot. The foe is bound with String Shot from the mouth to reduce its speed. Everybody congratulates Spleefa for making another Pokemon catch. A male leader appears and wants to challenge Yings. He immediately after knocking him down to the ground, takes advantage of the tail whip while he's on the ground. Yings gets back up. She tells him tackle. Rattata came at him with tackle. It was a tackle versus tackle ordeal, but Rattata came on top. She says, "Do it, String." The tackle already has String exhausted. But he did land his first Poison Sting. And don't forget, the guys are with us also. But they're just participating and watching. There is the tackle. While Rattata appears, Vine Whip. Lipa does Vine Whip. It's another Rattata. She sends out Mangs. Wow, look at Mangs taking that tackle. We say Mangs takes another one. And he takes down the female Rattata. She doesn't feel defensive at taking special attacks at the moment. If you do want to know and learn about trust stats, which is the first stat bar, please tune in the episode whenever you watch. Playlist Re-Over. It is a prior episode. I do need to remember my locations. There are Sand Attack, meant to say there is sand attack. But I was going to say something extra after there was sand attack. There is the poison sting. Off the bat, he is attacking. It is a male. There is the spring shot. They're smart. They did the sand attack and avoided. More likely. And he still was on his onslaught of poison stinging. A lower level Pidgey. There is Weedle. She says that Weedle may poison you, Mangs. Sand attack. It still pulls off the string shot and the poison sting. Critically, what a string shot. It completely enveloped Wings' wings. And while she was flapping, trying to get the string shot off, Weedle did its poison sting. It can signature by shooting a poison dart sting out of its head, stinging with its head and tail. And whichever one of those options happened, and it was a critical hit. She does Metal Claw. While Pidgey appears. There is the Ember by Flames. Splenda joins in. She sends out Jinx. And she's so jolly when it comes to battling. She feels like it's a victory every time. Now, of course, as it is, our characters don't have Pokemon at the moment, so their personalities, some of them, most of them I should say, don't have Pokemon yet, so their characteristics and personalities are hidden. Jinx is a little bushed out. She misses her tackle. And what a critical hit. Right in the weak spot, while the Rattata was trying to get sand out of his eyes. She still feels physical and using tackle, no special attack growth. She thinks about it, but she has Jinx attack exhausted. And Jinx proves herself. There is the water gun. I didn't want to annoy saying major damage, but we know. There is the critical hit. Off the tail whip. That male did not like it. Now, as it ends up being, Tail Whip does lower defense. It says and states it in the Pokédexs. But certain moves can lower defense and attack. They can demoralize attack. Unless that Pokemon is a certain size. And evolution. It just lowers defense. There is the water gun. There is the water gun. Alright, as it ends up being, we end up saying that there isn't really any Pokemon different besides Weedle here. And we decide that we are going to push forward. I tell them one more battle. It is Rattata. There is the Peck. Here is a little rest spot. Rattata may be small, but don't underestimate its wicked bite. And of course, as it is, we say Hyperfang. Right. Have you caught one already? Or are you going to Verdian Forest? It's a natural maze in there. Be careful you don't get lost. And of course, I end up showing that girl rings. And I tell her she was a clan female leader. As it ends up being, she says, as we are at Viridian Forest, it's not legal to not catch a clan leader if you're in the legal restricted area to catch Pokemon. But do be careful about the ecosystem. And as the game shows, it shows Viridian Forest is one of our special locations. Special locations have picture symbolizations explaining and showing where they are. Now, of course, as it is, this guy explains and says that it's a special location. I came here with some friends to catch us some bug Pokemon. They're all itching to get into some Pokemon battles. Now, as it is, if you don't know, sadly, there was a prior episode. I may show Mew again during this episode, but Mew is in the forest. And we do not know about it. But Mew is keeping an eye out secretly on us and is playing with some of the babies. During this time, one of the Pokemon that we did not see out there in Route 2 is doing a migrational pattern, and that's the reason why we don't see them, and we haven't seen them. During this moment, they are very vulnerable against predators, such as the birds, And they need all hands on deck to do string shot or any other attacks. If our Pokemon knows that move. Right now, the Pokemon didn't disturb us for a long while, but we see and catch the Pokemon's attention. It is Wild Caterpie. This one is a leader. When we are disturbing their migrational pattern, we were observing, but we got spotted. And of course, Spot is the one. She does have Flames do Ember. A little bit of the forest catches on fire. We understand and know that that is dangerous. But we don't yet. But we do. She does take down the Caterpie. Super effective. And of course, as it is, the reaction occurs and appears. And then the Caterpie is taken down. The Caterpie goes and tries to go get more help from its friends in the forest. Not just other Caterpies. And of course, it was guarding a wild Kakuna's nest. And one of the Kakunas fall. We do not attack in the trees. Not especially with a fire type. Because we can burn the forest down. She has Flames, do Ember. It is super effective. And right now, the parents of that Pokemon aren't around. So we are safe. But a leader Weedle comes. Isn't happy that went down. She has Flames do Ember. And she becomes her nickname to the Pokemon in the forest, as they do realize and remember her name. Through Pokemon communication. Her IQ rose very high. It rose the highest by her gaining speed. Right now, we are checking and observing this area. It's another Caterpie. Bot isn't interested. She was interested in that one Pokemon though. That was named Kakuna. And she's interested in Weedle. If you don't know, you can find out their type chart on prior episode once again. If you tune in to episode, it will be in the description below or explained at end of episode. Caterpie female. She tells her to do Metal Claw this time. And her attack rises. Amazing. Blast cheers are on. If you don't know, our Pokemon are outside of their Pokeballs as starters. Now, it becomes to be too much when there's too many of us and when they grow bigger. But my Pokemon stays out the Pokeball automatically. Go Splendid. There is the water gun. Another Weedle. The Weedle are coming, upset about Kakuna, and they drag Kakuna away. It takes some time before the Weedle stumble and find Kakuna. That's why they do their patrols to catch and find Kakuna. Now, what ends up happening is the Kakuna communicates with Weedle and tells on us that we attacked it. So some Weedle, they pick up the Kakuna, and some Weedle, they defend. And as you see, there are more Weedle. Splendid does the water gun. The other Weedle get away just in time, carrying the Kakuna. And it is Metapod. There is the water gun. Critical hit. She does not know what Metapod was going to do, and she tells Splendid to hit with everything she got. This Weedle isn't happy that we disturbed Metapod too. Rifa does a tackle, not afraid, and takes down Weedle. Critical hit. And it was a female Weedle. And of course, as it goes, she explains, why don't you capture Weedle? She says, just because. As it ends up being, we end up talking with our Pokédexs and explaining what potions do, antidotes do, and paralyzation heals. Paralyze heals. As it says, spray type medicine that heals the Pokemon from paralysis. The spray type medicine that heals one Pokemon from poison. One Pokemon. spray type wound medicine that it restores the HP of one Pokemon by 20 points. Now, as it ends up being, that's 20 points, but the Pokédex ends up saying by a little bit. So, as it ends up breaking down, I'm gonna have to spoiler and explain. Potions, they heal by a little bit. Super potions, they heal by a bit better, as it says, than a potion. Heals a bit better than a potion. Hyper potions heal up a major HP. And max potions, they heal all HP. So it says major. String comes out, and Leafa steps in. She tells String to come back to her. Spearow says that she's so jealous of Spleefa right now. And there is the tackle. And she says that she's going to be like her when it's her turn with her Pokemon. She says that since we found out that Weedle's a bug poison type, we know that we do find this out early. We know that Bulbasaur is a grass poison type. Then we know... I had to go there anyway. Then we know that it's not very effective or it's resistant. The Weedle does String Shot, telling us it doesn't want to battle or warning us to leave. Weedle evades. There is the tackle. So, as it is, without further ado, we are going to Pokemon Summary. Thank you for watching. Hello, welcome to Pokemon Summary. This one will be a short summary, as we find out there is the Pokémon League, and that we're qualified trainers to go. But not yet. Qualified trainers will need gym badges. So as it says, we find out that there is the Pokemon League, and that's where qualified trainers go. And we need gym badges to go to the Pokemon League, so we find out which gym badge we need first. And we go towards there. When we can find out the direction we need to go, we can find find out the direction we need to go, thanks to the town map. We also see a couple other places. We head to them after making a suggestion to the Pokemon Professor. We find out that our Pokédexs can tell us information on items. Also, we come to the forest at the right time to see a Pokemon migration. As it says, Pokemon caught, Route 22, Mangs, by me, Rattata. Mankey, Prima, caught by me, and Tiff, Spearow, caught by me. And that is part description. There are also other Pokemon that are in the forest during the time that are legends during cycle loop, but that will be explained in further episodes whenever it's the time.